Waxing On with R&J, episode 27. We're in a new location here.
Yeah, we're in my room this time. In my crammed room.
We're in the Jake's Palace here.
Yep.
Doing episode 27. We got some cool records that we've recently got in. Some stuff we got from some shows. Some show news. All that. What you got?
I got a few picks. I got a few selections here. I got three records and one cassette. All new releases released this year. Let's kick it off with a bang with my first selection, and that is the fifth studio album, California pop punk rock band Story So Far, their fifth album, titled I Want to Disappear, released on Pure Noise Records. So far in July, it's my album of the year. Parker Cannon's one of my favorite songwriters, lyricists. This has been one of my favorite bands for a very long time, and this record is very special, and the lyrics are great. The songwriting's great. The playing, Ryan Torf on the drums for the recording. He played great on the drums. John Markson produced it, who's produced like so many great records like Koyo, One Step Closer. I know he did some stuff with Soul Blind and Drug Church as well. Great record. Can't say enough good things about it. And if I had to pick a favorite track, it would probably be track 6, Nothing to Say. That's a fast one.
Yeah.
The first song on the second side. And honestly, all the tracks on the second side are my favorites. You got Nothing to Say, Keep You Around, You're Still in My Way, White Shores, and then the title track, I Want to Disappear. And the last line of that song, it says, now I'm sure that I love you. Or maybe butchered that, but you know what I'm saying. Go listen to the record. But if you want like the Story So Far, classic Story So Far sound, the first 8 tracks, but with a modern spin, we'll do it for you. And then tracks 9 and 10, White Shores and I Want to Disappear, a little bit different, a little more acoustic based. Even track 10 has pedal steel on it.
Yes,
so
it
pretty cool, great record. Can't say enough great things about it, and you will definitely be hearing me talk about this record more throughout this year. And here's it is, like on a clear splatter or something like that.
Yeah, they got a little orange, some blue, some black in there.
Yep.
And I really like it's the simplicity of like that logo.
Yep, that's the logo they're going with right now on tour. Yeah. Like their banner, and then the poster inside. The lyric sheet is a big poster. I'm not going to take it out right now, but it's pretty cool.
It is awesome.
And then like I don't have very many records. It's hard to see the logo, but it's kind of like, I don't know what this material is or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a matte sort of finish, and it's like embossed.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
The album, the story so far.
The Vinyl Den channel that we watched, he did a review for this, and he said that I couldn't think of the term. Story So Far, I Want to Disappear, 10 songs, about 28 minutes long. Not a long album, so listen to it, people. Ain't gonna take you a long time.
It's good. I also purchased this album myself, and I love it. It's going to be on my at least top 20 of the year, or maybe my top 10.
For this style of music, it is perfect. This is exactly what you want.
The only thing is, I know it's cool, it's something different, but it's so damn hard to read the track titles.
Yeah.
With the way that the album was done. That was my only criticism with that album.
Yep,
everything else perfect.
Yeah, perfect record. Number 1 of the year so far. Debut LP, another first album here for the Long Island hardcore band Stand Still, with their debut on Days Records here, titled Steps Ascending. We got 10 tracks, just like the Story So Far album, literally the same runtime, about 28, 29 minutes, and it's phenomenal. If you like the Long Island melodic sound, hardcore infused, pop punk, emo sound, you will dig this. If you like Koyo, Crime and Stereo, Silent Majority, The Movie Life, all those bands from Long Island, you will like this. As well, there is features from Crime and Stereo and Michael Smith of Pain of Truth on We Know the Score. Very fun album, one of my favorites of the year so far. And if I had to pick a favorite track, because the lyrics and the riffs, I would pick In My Blood, and I really like the chorus on Tower of Gold as well. Those are my 2 favorites right now. And that is Stand Still, Steps Ascending, and it has a great hype sticker right here. May be hard to see, and it says Stand Still, Steps Ascending, debut LP, from the Kings of the Long Island Sound for fans of Taking Back Sunday, Saves the Day, The Movie Life, and Thursday. Guest features from Pain of Truth and Crime and Stereo. I wanted one more thing I wanted to say. Their album's called Steps Ascending. I wonder if that's a nod to Thursday.
It could be.
With War All the Time,
yeah,
right? Steps Ascending song.
Steps Ascending.
Yeah. So I was just curious if you got that correlation. Being a Thursday fan.
Steps Ascending, that has to be, because I mean, War All the Time was years ago,
and Thursday's from the East Coast, so it's like yeah,
it's one of their biggest songs. At least like live and stuff, like it's a very emotional track. It's really good.
And my last pick is a cassette with one of my favorite artists, hip hop artists in general, singer, rapper, songwriter, even producer. I believe he has some production credits. That is the latest EP, the follow up from 2022's Why Is It So Gray Out? Asher Roth and Heather Gray, Temporary Heaven cassette here. Very limited, autographed by Heather and Asher. Very cool to get that.
Sick.
Very, very limited. I'm not sure if Heather has any left, but if you want one, you can message him on Instagram and you Venmo him the money and he'll send it to you. So I got a very cool, limited autographed tape there. There's the tape.
Oh,
it's clear.
One of my favorite, where they actually do like hand make the labels and stuff.
Yep. Very cool. It's 8 tracks. If you like alternative hip hop, a lot of hip hop that you don't hear on the fucking radio or whatever that's popping right now. Some real shit, some fucking bars, some new stuff, something unique. Listen to this. Asher has a lot to say. Heather's a great producer. I think they work great together as a team. And if you're an Asher Roth fan, you will enjoy this. And it even has he's pushing forward with what's coming next, and it also has some callbacks, like on the track Day One with the legendary Chuck English producer, rapper. He was also in the Cool Kids, I believe, and they have just collaborated together for years, ever since Paps and Jazz and Sweat Shorts, like all these great classic records and songs. So yeah. That is Asher Roth, Temporary Heaven, and if I had to pick a favorite track, it would be Kiwi. So
Kiwi.
There you go. Rich, what do you got for us?
I got quite a stack. I went to a little show last night and went a little crazy, so I've got a few extras that I wasn't planning on talking about. But I'm not gonna go too in depth with everything. I'm gonna go a little quick. One record that I really wanted to talk about. This is definitely in at least top 5. I don't know where it's gonna be placed this year for me, but it's a little band out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, called Thou. Not too long ago, released this masterpiece called Umbilical. If you love anything sludge, like if you love I Hate God, Crowbar, you're gonna love Thou. It's very good. Everything on this album moves fast for like a sludgy kind of album. I mean, you've got not that many tracks on this, and it zooms, man. It's so good. Narcissus Prayer, the opening track to it, is insanely intense. If I had to go off of probably my favorite track off of this, Emotional Terrorist is fantastic. Is probably my second favorite, but my first favorite is one that I didn't think that would be when I initially streamed this and listened to it. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool song, but when I actually listened to the record, it blew me away and gave me one of those the makes your hair stand up, goosebumps and stuff like that. Yep. And that was The Promise. The Promise off of Umbilical is, go and listen to it. Yeah, that is my favorite track off of this. Released in 2024, not too long ago. Thou Umbilical comes with a really cool 7-inch too. Which I've been looking for explanation on why there's a 7-inch in there, but
more music.
I'm guessing, maybe they couldn't fit it all onto one LP. But yeah, on this you get I Feel Nothing When You Cry, and
that's a great title.
Unbited Guest. Yeah, a little thing. So that's what we got. That's my first pick. Thou Umbilical. thou for years. They've done so many different things, collaborations, a Nirvana cover album. They're a pretty grassroots, like, boots on the ground kind of band. Love them. Here we have the newest album from Hyperdontia called Harvest of Malevolence. This here is a beautiful, beautiful album. Really awesome old school death metal. We got 8 solid tracks on here. Good, rockin', awesome death metal. I picked up the first time I heard about Hyperdontia was on some forums and stuff, and then I found a tape when we went to Spectrum Record Lounge. Bought that and fell in love with them. But this year they released this brand new LP, and I had to have it. But the only thing was you couldn't get the LP, the record here. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Like everything that was available in the States sold out. And then finally Meteor Gym got it. My favorite
Meteor
place.
Gym. I got a Meteor Gym sticker right there.
I love Meteor Gym from Chicago. One day I'll make it there, but from now on I'm just gonna be ordering stuff from you. But yeah, this album is nothing but just straight up knuckle dragging kind of old school death metal. But there's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of hooks, different things to drag you in and make you remember what you're actually listening to instead of it just being like
noise.
But I mean, a lot of people like that. There's nothing against it, but
God bless you out there. God bless you.
Yeah, but I want some hooks. I want to remember. I want to come back and actually want to listen to something. There's one thing I really love about this. I like the center labels, and they do variations of the artwork in the center labels, and that's a lot of fun. I will say definitely my favorite track off of this is probably Pervasive Rot on the B-side.
That's
First
a great
track
title.
On the B-side. Really great.
This one really released today as we're recording.
July
12th, 2024.
And it's one of the best bands in hardcore right now.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Dropped. Is this
first LP? First LP, yes. They've done demos and EPs, but this is the first LP.
First LP by a band called Speed.
Yep. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Only one mode.
Only one mode. Flat Spot Records.
This is the first pressing I got here. Look at that. And look at all the fellas.
Look at the fellas there.
This album is absolutely fantastic. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. Hardcore masterpiece.
Already, and it's just come out today.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get mine in. I'll definitely be talking about that on the next one whenever I get mine in. But
oh man, definitely Kill Cap. It was probably Kill Cap and
No Love, but For Our Own is my favorite right now.
Oh, that's good. It is good. I love the little the chants they do on like the No Love and the little percussion things going on and stuff like that.
And it has one of the best lyrics. Don't butcher it. It's right here. We're all fighting battles some may never know. I really like that line in that song. That really stuck with me.
I am very surprised by how good the lyrics are in this album. For it being a hardcore album. Like, yeah, it's absolutely good. And one thing we were talking about earlier in chat, like you brought up, the way that they weave in and out of the songs on this album is absolutely
perfect transitions. Oh, the Bruce Lee samples are great as well.
Yeah. Like you feel like it never stopped from the beginning. Yes. Well, I mean, it doesn't, but it's just like it's so smooth.
And there's a synth line from in between one of the last couple tracks that I really like. So this album just came out today, so we need more time to absorb with it. But there's like a synth line that comes from that transitions into the track, or I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. And then, motherfucker's got a flute on an album. How can you make you didn't think you could make flute hard? This is where I want Barrett to pull up the Jamie Josta tweet from a couple weeks ago about making the flute hard, but Speed did. You got to find the tweet and pull it up right here, Barrett. But they made the flute hard. And there's like DJ scratching on that track, and the bass is like doing like a it's like doing
there's
like a Faith No More or like a Red Hot Chili Peppers thing.
Yeah, there's something, and there's like a phase effect on the bass or something like that.
They just do a lot of cool, different little things to make the album. Oh, that's different. You don't hear that all the time in hardcore. Little different. And then there's some like melodic parts on the track that was on the first EP, Shut It Down, which sounds like Trapped Under Ice to me. It sounds like hell. I wouldn't be surprised if Justice, but it has a little Trapped Under Ice vibe to me as well.
Yes. And this what you ended up saying, it was a re-recording of
the first EP,
which I mean it sounds so good.
Yeah,
it's good. But yeah, definitely these
only
are
one mode.
I haven't checked Flat Spot to see their availability on this, but
Barrett bought one this week. They still had.
Okay, so go to Flat Spot Records, search it. I don't know the exact webpage for that, but go and get this because this is seriously one of the best new bands in hardcore.
In general, and just seem like great guys as well.
Hard-working dudes.
Absolutely. I saw them a couple months ago.
Australian
blew me away. I can't hope to see him in a smaller venue. Speaking of seeing them, a friend of the show messaged me today. Garrett Gaston is seeing them right now, currently, as we record at the Sound and Fury after party show.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, because Sound and Fury's this weekend. Yeah. Speed's playing the after party of tonight or whatever. I think it's the after party.
Good God. Could you imagine the Speed after party?
Oh, I would love it. I would love to be at Sound and Fury. Like, so many good bands, like Chat Pile, Prize Horse, Koyo, One Step Closer, God's Hate, Harm's Way.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be there.
I did go to a show last night at Off-Broadway in St. Louis to see a band that I absolutely love called Inter Arma and Pallbearer. And there was this really great band called the Keening. It's one of the members from Sub Rosa. She has like a new side project, and it was really good. Like she played like keyboard, guitar. They had a violinist, and then another guitar player, and then a drummer. And it was just very cool, chilled out, kind of doomy, like post-rocky goth folk or something.
So it had like a mixed bag of everything.
Yeah, it was like it was really enjoyable. But it was very good. The Keening, definitely check them out. Really good.
That's a great band name.
Yeah.
I like the name.
I've always wanted Sulphur English by Inter Arma. It's a great, great album. Inter Arma mixes a lot of different variations of metal. Post-metal, black metal, death metal, doom, sludge, a lot of dissonance, and some of the best drumming you'll hear in heavy music, in my opinion. Really, really good one. Had to pick that up. If you haven't checked it out, definitely do that. It's great. So then after that, I jumped over. Oh, I also, they had these really awesome koozies.
That is a badass koozie.
Yeah. So it's their take on the Morbid Angel logo. Got the Inter Arma. And then instead of Sworn to the Black from Covenant, it's Sworn to the Beer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is going to be my top koozie. It's gonna be my top koozie.
Number one.
This is taking the place over my Spectrum Records koozie, which I still love.
I think it might be better than my Carrot Top koozie.
Oh, this is definitely better than your Carrot Top koozie. Carrot Top scares the hell out of me.
I love Carrot Top.
Nothing against Carrot Top. Love you. But anyways, jumped over the Pallbearer booth. Finally got a copy of Foundations of Burden on clear vinyl. Very cool. Great record. And dude, I wasn't a fan.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
I wasn't a fan of it at all. This album came out. I listened to it maybe 3 or 4 times. I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. But then last night, after seeing them play these songs and how good it sounded, it won me over. Mind Burns Alive, the brand new album from Pallbearer. I had to pick it up. It sounded too good, and I can't wait to spin it more.
To add to your point, like the Freaky Franz from Turnstile says on No Surprise on Glow On says you got to see it live to get it.
That's
so
true.
You saw it live and you got it.
I did.
That has happened to me several times where I see something live and I'm like, all right, this is badass.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because I didn't get what they were going. Well, I mean, I kind of got what they were going for, but that's another reason why like physical media compared to streaming, which we still stream, it's a great thing, but physical media, and then seeing those things live, it changes your perspective.
Yes,
a bit.
I hated Wagon Wheel, any version, but I love Hootie and the Blowfish. Seeing Hootie and the Blowfish, having a few drinks in you at the amphitheater, and you're with your buddies, and you just, God damn it, Wagon Wheel's pretty fucking good, and I don't hate it now. See, it happens to me all the time too. So
I also had to get this awesome Pallbearer back patch.
That is badass.
That was sick.
Do you have a denim jacket?
I have two.
Okay.
I have a regular denim and then
I didn't know if you had any one that you still wore.
This is gonna go on my black denim jacket, I think, because it'll look better on it.
Kind of looks like the Undertaker a little bit, like the wrestler, like with the purple and the.
Yeah, I'm still on the hunt for a Times of Grace back patch. So if anyone watches this and they happen to know where one is, shoot me a link, because I would like to put that on my blue denim jacket. So yeah, I've wanted that for like ever.
Shoot them a message, people.
That's all I have for today. Hopefully that made sense.
Yeah, there's another quick one, and just wanted to plug some upcoming shows. We're going to go see the Buffalo hardcore band Space that I've talked about on a couple times at the Sinkhole in August.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Going to see Blink-182 next month. I saw Third Eye Blind a couple weeks ago, and it was fantastic with Yellowcard and Arizona, which I've never heard of. And June 30th, Barrett, Ridge, and I, and Blake, and my buddy Whitesides, his first ever punk hardcore type show. He loved it. And it was Koyo, Anxious, One Step Closer, and Prize Horse at Blueberry Hill, and it was a phenomenal show. Just wanted to plug that real quick.
Every band killed that.
Yes.
I was very surprised by Prize Horse. That I bought a couple of their albums, like an EP and one of their albums. Very, very good band. One Step Closer was amazing.
Yep. They headlined that night.
They
stole the show for me.
Yeah. Koyo is what I went there for.
Yeah.
And yeah, they did. And what, they ended up playing second?
Yeah, and it felt like they had the longest set.
They did, but it was just like...
Well, they're doing that triple headliner where they all alternate, so... But it felt like Koyo, maybe, which is fine. I thought they felt like they played the longest. I don't know if you had that vibe at all.
They definitely did.
Because Anxious and One Step Closer did not play long sets at all.
No, but I feel like I don't know. I like the idea of the triple headliner thing.
Yeah, where you alternate.
Definitely, like, Koyo is the band that needs to be playing last, in my opinion. But that's just my hot take.
Yeah.
On it, but
well, I love One Step Closer and Anxious too.
Yeah,
so I'm good with either.
I'm not as familiar with Anxious.
They did share members. Ryan, the lead singer of One Step Closer, used to be in Anxious. So
okay.
all these that's the great thing about punk, hardcore, metal. Everybody's connected.
Yeah.
We're all family, all connected. Everybody plays in bands, and
It was
knows,
fun.
you
It
know.
was a very, very fun show.
Yeah,
Everybody seemed to be having a good time.
Absolutely.
There wasn't any ruckus or anything like that.
And Sal from Koyo behind the kit is a fucking beast.
Oh my
Got
gosh.
to talk to him. He's a very nice guy afterwards.
Dude, his drumming absolutely blew me away. I could not.
He's a beast.
Believe it.
He's great.
I've been like the past 2 shows, I've seen 2 absolutely amazing drummers, Sal from Koyo, and then last night seeing TJ Childers from Inter Arma, and just absolutely blew me away how good they are and talented. So yeah, it's been fun. I haven't been to a lot of shows this year, but the shows I've been to have been.
It's been a hell of a run for me.
Been good ones,
and it's not stopping, and we got a lot more coming. More picks, more videos. 2024 has been a great year for music. A lot more to come out.
Yep.
We'll be here soon again, and of course support the ATI podcast as well. And Barrett, speaking of Stand Still, me and him Barrett and I are going to be talking to somebody, members from Stand Still, the Long Island hardcore band, later this month. So looking forward to that. And that's all I got. Until next time.
See you later.
Hey there, this is Barrett from the ATI Podcast here to talk about what we have going on the ATI Podcast Network. First, we'll start with Waxing On with R and J. The format of Waxing On with R and J is audible selections made exclusively by our hosts and brothers, Ridge Jackson and Jake Jackson. Waxing On with R and J is sure to tickle your inner eardrums with some of the most vile tones you've ever encountered, and conversely, ear candy with pop melodies, focusing on spotlighting underground and rising artists. Waxing On with R&J is another outlet of the ATI podcast community to bring awareness to many musicians' craft. Also found on the ATI Podcast Network, Nod Narb's Closet, hosted by Brandon Stewart of Edos Inn. Nod Narb's Closet is a wing of the ATI podcast programming that delves into the world of role-play games, miniature painting, diorama making, occasional pro wrestling match watch-alongs, providing commentary with a dash of jocularity and satire, and much, much more. Of course, leading the pack is the ATI Podcast. On the ATI Podcast, we episodically invite guests onto our show to spotlight their talents, whether that's musicians, filmmakers, artists, actors, businesses, even athletes. Nothing is off the table. The focus of the ATI Podcast and its collective creative arms, whether that's Waxing On with R and J or Nod Narb's Closet, is to bring awareness and focus to people's talents. Be sure to follow us across all traditional podcasting platforms, and for the full experience, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search the ATI Podcast. Stay safe out there.